you to write some notes because these trainings just take you to a whole nother level. And definitely when you take these notes, make sure to apply them afterwards. So I'm super excited, and just a huge welcome to all our new agents. And so I want to move myself out of the way and bring on one of our speakers today, our guest speakers. He already has a busy schedule, but really took the time because he cares about everybody and just wants everybody to win. And just a true servant to not only his community, but nationwide, a selfless leader and a true business icon. He makes sure that everybody is taken care of no matter what time of the day. I call him Mr. Multitasker because he's always making sure that he can help everybody, not only on his team, but nationwide, and is just breaking the way to just a whole new levels of success. So without further ado, his business is generating over $100,000 in sales a month. That's a month, not a year, a month. And $1.2 million a year. So that is phenomenal. It's a true testament of how many individuals he's been able to help. And so I want to move myself out of the way and bring on Vice President, my business partner and amazing mentor, Mr. Billy Scott. Are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you for the introduction. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you all were able to get your team on because we have a sick training for you guys. There's no better way to say it. Hope you guys are having a good day so far, a good Tuesday. We know you could be anywhere, but here on this training, but you're investing in your business, and that's what it takes. I always say that if you want to become successful in this kind of business, in the beginning, you're going to be required to do things that you don't get paid for. So later on, you can start getting paid for things that you're no longer doing. So what do I mean by that? Of course, you're going to get paid when you share the information with people, follow up, you enroll them as a customer and agent. You're going to make some money, right? But there's other things like being on a training like this, or studying the services, or training in your back office. You don't get paid for those things up front. But later on, when you create the results that provide a lifestyle of freedom, then when you're not training and you're on an island or you're traveling, you're getting paid a residual income for work that you're no longer doing. So that's the trade-off. And so that's what we have to do in order to win here. And so with that said, when you are participating in these kinds of trainings, whether it's online or the in-person live events that we have across the country, we take it very seriously. And so guess what? We also are showing up. We also are sacrificing time from our other things in our family as well to make sure you get what you need in order to grow here. So my name is Billy Scott, part of the support team here. I want to say thank you to Adriana for a great introduction and all of her leadership and everything that she's been able to do so far. She's already a sales director and just making some phenomenal things happen. She's always strive for 5, qualified, leading by example, making it happen. So we're going to get you on that same track, same pace with the content that we're going to be sharing here today. And I want to get right into it. The most important thing you're going to need is you're going to need to take notes, because it's going to be some very valuable tips to help you. Now, who is this training for? Because our regular training is on Thursdays, right? I call it VP University. That's where you're really being developed to grow your business to become a vice president and above. Tuesdays are for 2 groups of people. These Tuesdays is for all of the new agents that have come on board the last few days, so they can have a launch if they haven't already launched their business. And then for also people who are agents, maybe you didn't just get started, but you haven't reached field trainer yet, right? The foundation of our business, the foundation of our compensation plan is based on that first promotion of field trainer. Once you go field trainer, and then you turn around and get good enough to teach other people to go field trainer, you can go as high as you want to go in the company. Somebody who's a vice president or above is just somebody who has more field trainers in their organization. Does that make sense? So first you want to go field trainer. And then secondly, your next promotion is going to be senior field trainer, which just means we turn around and help about 3 people become field trainers. So first you go field trainer. And then secondly, you work with your support team to help your first few people on your team become field trainers. So you're helping, but you're watching all of the steps, the game plans, the 3-way calls, the presentations that your support team is helping your first few agents with. So now you've done it, and now you've seen it a few times. and then you become a sales director. And as sales director, now it's time for you to take the leadership reins of your organization, because that means your support team, their organization is growing so fast, they won't be able to do everything for everybody, right? So you become a sales director, and now guess what? All you're going to do is turn around. By that time, you've seen 5 or 6 people become field trainers. You've done it yourself. And now you can start teaching your new agents how to become field trainers, okay? So that's the process. The faster you get to that level of the game, you have full control over building your business and how much income you want to make. Let's get started on the process of launching or relaunching your FES business, all right? The first thing is you want to go to feslaunch.com, okay? This is just a page. This isn't the corporate website. This is a page, just a launch page with some tools and resources to help you launch your business successfully. As soon as you go to feslaunch.com, you're going to see 3 videos there. The first 3 videos, they're all short. All 3 videos are a total of 18 minutes. You should be knocking this out as soon as you get started. The first video is on mindset, 4-minute video with our senior regional vice president, Alfred Nixon, talking about the proper mindset that it takes to get started right. Then step 2 is your first goal, which is how to go field trainer. You're actually going to get some training on that on this training right now. And then video number 3 is your actual launch video that walks you through the launch document. Okay, the launch document is a 2-page document that has everything you need to follow, all the steps to follow to get your first promotion, all right? So with that said, we're going to show you the launch document, okay? How do you find the launch document? Well, if you look here, right here on the second option on the menu here, it says documents. When you click documents, it's going to take you to this page with some tools and some documents to help you grow. Now, we're going to be focusing on this training on the launch document, the first button there, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But you also have the presentation document button right here. So this is where you can print the documents, the presentation documents in color, get those laminated. And those are the documents we use when we present in person. Like if we're presenting to one person or 2 people at a Starbucks or a Panera Bread or a Dunkin' Donuts, right? Or, a coworker over lunch. And then also we use these same documents to present for PBRs, right? So when we do the in-home presentations and we have a group of people, we just hand those out, right? And so you got the new presentation flyer that's available in your UCES back office. I'll show you how to access that in a minute. But front and back presentation flyer of the protection plan. We get these laminated and present that to whoever's in front of us. And then the 1 through 8 presentation. This is the opportunity flyer. Get those laminated and hand those out. That's all we've been using, guys. Now, if it's a bigger group, right? Then, of course, if you got 15 or more people, I recommend to print 15 copies of those in color. And so, you want to be prepared. You want to expect that you're going to have some big presentations coming up very soon in your business. And you don't want to show up and not be prepared. And so you want to expect that that's what's coming right now to your business. All right. Now, if you got over 15 people, then it's time to turn on the PowerPoint on the TV screen, connect your laptop, that kind of thing. All right. But otherwise, keep it very simple, duplicatable, fast, fun, easy. And those flyers allow you to do that. Okay. You got a couple other documents there. You can check that out on the website. Now, click on document or launch document, and this is what's going to come up. The 2-page launch document. You want to print this out, again, in color. You don't have to laminate this one, but print this out and go through it with your support team. Now, video 3 on the homepage of feslaunch.com actually walks you through the document, but there's still some things to fill in the blanks and also scheduling your launches and things like that with your support team, all right? But I'll highlight a few things right here. The first thing you do on the launch document is determine your why. Okay, why you're in the business in the first place. You're going to have to identify that right away, because this business, at a job, it's called fear motivation, meaning the fear of losing your job if you don't show up, fear if you don't fulfill your job requirements, you could lose your job. And so that's your motivation, right? Well, when it's your own business, nobody can fire you. You're your own boss. And so what's going to drive you to do the activity and stay consistent when you don't feel like it? And that's your why. So you're going to find out a short-term why and a long-term why as well, okay? Then on the right next to that, important info, your enrollment date, your agent ID and username, all of that is in your email confirmation, okay? But you're going to need that username to access your 2 websites, which I'm going to show you on the screen in a little bit. If you don't know your username, write down a little note to yourself to get your username, okay? And the first website is myfes.net / and then your username, okay? So that's why you're going to need that. I'm going to show you the website in just a minute. Your support team is also going to give you the name and phone number of your upline sales director and vice president. Here's what I recommend everybody do. This is a very powerful step for you. Do a welcome call with your new agent to the support team. You know, get them on a welcome call and actually don't just give them the name and phone number, because then that means that person is still a stranger to them. But you can get them on a welcome call. So if you're new and you haven't met these people, ask your support team, hey, who's our sales director? Who's our vice president? I would like to meet them, because those are the people who have proven results and can help you when you need help. You can also use them for your three-way calls. When you have people who are interested and have questions, get yourself out of the way. Don't try to be the expert, because you don't have the results to do that. Plus, the people that know you, they don't know you to be an expert in, credit and, financial literacy and everything else. All right. So use three-way calls with your support team. So when the people you're talking to see how simple our system is, when they see you, instead of you knowing all the answers and being fancy, when they see you say, hey, you know what? Remember, I'm brand new to this thing. I have a great support team that's on standby to help you get the right answers, and they know 100% of the information. Hold on one second. Let me get one of them on a call. Boom. So when they see that, they're like, oh, wow, I can do this business because I don't have to be an expert, okay? So get that information, all right? Next thing is get launched, okay? This is the most powerful part of getting paid and promoted the fastest. So you could just start your business, kind of edge your way to success, talk to one person at a time. And if that's just the circumstances, and we have a system for that. It's called PS3, talk to one person at a time. PS3 is peak interest, show information, three-way call, okay? We'll talk a little bit about that on the back end. But my point is, launching your business instead of one person at a time. A launch is when you put together an event offline, or in some cases online, right? And you get a group of people together for one presentation at one time. Would you rather spend 10 hours going around town, meeting up with 10 people one by one at a time, 10 hours? Or would you rather spend 1 hour in front of a group of 10 people to launch successfully? Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Reed. We just did a PBR for them. They were even saying, wow, this turned out to be much simpler than we were imagining it to be. And they did a phenomenal job. They're on pace to be field trainers. Their first, Nikayla, the wife, is started right now. Her husband's getting started he's getting started next week. But Nikayla did her first PBR, turned out great. They kept it very simple. As soon as I walked in, you could tell they listened to the video on how to do PBRs, because the right music was playing. The snacks was not crazy. It was chips and dip, water, kept it simple. The TV was off. It didn't have distractions on like the game or anything like that, because, it's just a very simple flow. And every guest that was there is either signing up or signed up, right? Like 100%. They want to be an agent or a customer. And all we did was those presentation flyers. And guess what we're doing with those new agents, right? We're booking their PBR. So that one PBR for Mr. and Mrs. Reed is turning into 2 more PBRs and also an extra customer, which was Hubert's uncle. So guys, I could give story after story about how powerful these are. Now, some of you have guests and friends, contacts that don't live in your local area, or maybe you don't feel comfortable having them at your home. Guess what? Well, the first thing is you can find an alternative location to your home, okay? So, so you can do it at a Panera, a Round Table Pizza, etc. Maybe you have access to an office. Somewhere that's free or very inexpensive. You don't want to put extra cost on yourself, because your guests are paying attention to that as well. So, so you can do an in-person one at your home preferably, but backup locations work just fine as well. We've done churches, everything else. But online is for, think about how many people we know that we have access to online in our social media, and people that live out of our local area, out of state, right? Or they just weren't available for the in-person launch, okay? So you can do it online. Guess how we do it? The same way we're doing this right here. We give you an invite approach. Your goal is to invite 4 times the number of people you want to show up, okay? So you want 5 people to show up. You want at least 20 people invited, okay? You want 10 people to show up, invite at least 40 people, okay? We're going to show you some tips on how to do that, but it's the same thing. You invite them on. I say, hey, how's it going? How are you? Great. Listen, a good friend of mine shares something I'm excited about. You're one of the first people I would love to get feedback from. What is it about? Oh, well, let me ask you, how many people do you know that can use help improving their credit? Oh, you? Yeah, me too. I needed help as well, right? And I'm saying this fast because this is recorded. You can go back and look at the recording and also take notes, right? But like me too. Well, listen, this whole thing is new to me, but what are you doing, on Thursday at 6 o'clock? Perfect. Listen, there's going to be there's going to be a live event that you can access right from your phone. I could give you the private link to it. It's only a certain amount of spots available. Somebody very successful is going to be sharing the information, right? If I gave you the link, would you be on at 6 o'clock on Thursday night? Perfect. All right. I'll send that over to you. Boom. Got one guest. Move to the next, right? And so that's just an example. You get some more tips on inviting on the second half by our second trainer in just a minute. But I'm just giving you the vision of how simple this is. The faster you do it, the better your business starts to build momentum. First presentation is knocked out in a matter of a few days, okay? All right, then you see an invite script for the in-person approach down here. You can use it for the in-person or online. So that's what that is. So today you want to schedule these. Get back with your support team. Schedule 2 of these. One, so you can get launched in 3 to 5 days, and then a backup one for everybody who's not available for the first one. By the time you do 2 PBR successfully and you actually make effort and commit to both of them, right, you should be at least a field trainer with 2 of those launches, all right? Now, next to that shows you how to get your first promotion. You're going to hear about that broken down in a minute. We call it Strive for 5. Get 2 agents and a few customers, and that should promote you, get your services free, and also earn almost $400. So you're going to hear that more broke down a little bit more in just a moment. Your first Facebook post could be something like what you see here, okay? And it says, who needs to improve their financial situation? ? Comment I do below for more information. So your Facebook post and your social media marketing should be more about piquing interest to draw them in to want more versus giving it all out in your post, okay? So that's a proven post. Be careful of just going out and posting what you want or what you think works best, because not all posts are the same. Agent support information, phone number, email, and also additional support training videos is all right here under agent support. Page 2 is where you'll actually start writing in the list of your first 20 people. These are your top 20, but your actual list should be 100 plus to launch your business. Let me tell you something. Anybody who makes a list of 100 or more people, right, to start can go not only field trainer, not only senior field trainer, but sales director within their first volume month. And we just started this volume month, by the way, which I'll show you in a minute how that works. But out of 100 people, it's not 100 that you're looking to sign up all 100. That'll never happen. You need 100 because 70% of them are going to be unavailable, like literally unavailable. You can't reach them, or unavailable because not the right time for them. So that leaves you 30% to properly expose. Out of that 30, we'll probably enroll about 10, 15, 20 for the services and for the even as agents, but we're only looking for at least 5 of them that are serious. So you might sign up 10 agents, but we're looking for at least not all of them are going to be as committed or excited as each other. And so guess what? You enroll 5, help them do the same thing, 5 each. Congratulations. You're a sales director. 3 promotions. Sales directors average $500 to $1,000 a week or more as long as they're working their business. So guys, just understand, again, you're going to get some more training. So make that top 20 to get started on this paper, but continue making a list of 100 or more to launch. And then that's your launch list, right? Now, after that, continue to build on that list. The more, the better. The more people you expose, the faster. So all your social media contacts, all the people on your cell phone should at least know what you do so they can either enroll with you or refer people to you, okay? At the bottom, you have a success system, again, that your support team will walk you through. And then on the bottom right is some bubbles to fill in as you fulfill, activate your services, schedule your first launch. You bubble that in as you follow those steps, okay? So that is the launch document. The rest of this is going to be some highlights that go along with it. So let me show you. All right, so here's your first website, myfes.net/your username will take you here to this website, but you'll see your information automatically on the site, okay? And you can navigate through it, these tabs, the company tab, products, business opportunity, that's where you'll actually sign up agents, the YFL program. But in this case, you're going to click agent login, and that's what's going to take you here, okay? When you go here, that's what's going to give you access to your business office, or what we call your back office, okay? So everything you need to know about your business and additional support, training tools, everything else, you need your commissions, setting up your direct deposit, all of that is this portal right here. And this is what it looks like when you log in, okay? So the one thing I'm gonna show you, so you see these different tabs, you got commissions tab, okay? You know, you can access the full compensation plan booklet there. You can see your commission results there. Your marketing tab, right? You got different marketing tools in our Vistaprint link for custom FES tools. You got your reports tab for customer and agent reports. So again, have fun with that. You'll learn it fast. But right here is the 445 calendar. So when you click this calendar, it's going to show you the calendar so you know exactly where we're at in our volume cycles, because we don't work on a regular calendar. And this is also your pay periods as well. So here's what it looks like. So usually the red bar shows you the current week that we're on, but actually we're on this week right here where the red dot is. We're on week 1 of a 5-week volume month. The reason this is called a 445 calendar is because our cycles go 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And then it starts all over. 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5. Each of those cycles is exactly 28 days. And then every 3rd month we get 5 weeks, which is 35 days. That's what we have right now. That extra 7 days makes a massive difference in your business. So congratulations to you for being in the business and getting this training at the very beginning of this volume month. So that's where we currently are. Our pay period, if you notice, each week starts on a Sunday and it ends on a Saturday. See, week starting, week ending. And then week 2, same thing. That's our pay periods. Everything you do from Sunday to Saturday, every customer or agent that you or your team enrolls from Sunday to Saturday is what you're going to get paid the following Thursday. That makes sense? So right now, you want to be applying everything we're talking about. Strive for at least 5 enrollments this week, so you could go field trainer by Saturday, because all of that production is going to pay you for it on Thursday. But also, those of you to go field trainer by this Saturday, you will start off Sunday getting paid at your new level. So if that's motivation, it should be, right? Now, if you go back to your dashboard, again, this was just going back to show you that you have access to so if you look right here, this is the message board, important messages go there. But to the right of that, if you log in today, this Sunday, just a couple of days ago, started our cruise contest, and the cruise contest information and tracker is up now right there in your back office. So you should be looking at that every single day, studying it, getting it down, and staying in the running for the contest. All expense paid cruise available. So powerful. Your second website is for customers. So the MyFES website is to sign up agents, access your business office, and there's also a few products that people can enroll for that are products that people can get by themselves, separate from the protection plan. The protection plan site is what we're about to cover right now. But the first website, you have some services they can buy, like the secure credit card, credit my rent, okay? The My Care plan, if they want to just buy the will, trust, power of attorney by itself. All of that is the MyFES website, okay? This website is where you will enroll customers. So it's ucespp.net/username. What does that stand for? Our partner, United Credit Education Services. So that's UCES. They're the nonprofit organization that actually provides the protection plan benefits and credit restoration. It's not FES, okay? We get paid to refer people to UCES, if that makes sense, okay? So that stands for United Credit Education Services Protection Plan.net/username, okay? Your website will come up with your name, and guess what? You want to sign somebody up? They click here, enroll now. If they want to watch the 4 or 5 minute video on the services, it's right here on your home page, okay? The thing I'm going to show you in there, and you see what's included, will give them more of a breakdown of the services that's included. If you look here at the top, it says select language, okay? And the language, it's actually has several different languages available. Spanish, I think Korean, and a few different languages. So guys, it's a powerful website. And then you click login. So this website helps you enroll customers, and also this is where you will access your services by clicking login. If you click in login, your login info is going to be different from the other website. Your login on this website is your email address, and the password is the last 4 of your social. And that'll give you access to your customer dashboard where you'll access all dozen of the benefits included in your protection plan. Here's my action steps, and then I'm going to pass it on to my partner to close us out with the second half of getting started right. Now, the first thing is schedule 2 PBRs or webinars. The first one within 3 to 5 days is best, okay? All right, and we have a video online that it gives you support. I'll probably type it in the chat before we're done, the link. But it's some tips on how to set it up before the PBR, during, and after, how to invite, it walks you through how to get the best results. But book one within the next 3 to 5 days. Success loves speed. Everybody won't be available in 3 to 5 days, but you can get 5, 10, 15 people in that time. And then you set up another one again for the people who weren't available for the first one, okay? Number 2, make a list of 100 plus names. And your goal is to get at least 25 of those people exposed as fast as possible. Success loves speed, 24 to 72 hours. My sponsor, Alfred Nixon, gave me these steps on a Friday. I was promoted by Monday because I followed those steps to the T. Step 3, work with the sales director or above for inviting and 3-way calls. So if you need help in steps on what to say, and then also help with the follow-up. So after they see information, a website, a video, then you get them on the phone with somebody in your support team. The last tip or action step, listen to the Jim Rohn audio. So again, on that same website we started with, feslaunch.com, there's a tab that says motivation. The second video on there is by Jim Rohn. It's called Building Your Network Marketing Business. He's a legend. If you heard of people like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, I could go on and on. It was Jim Rohn who mentored them. And he made an audio specifically on our industry and the mindset and everything what the process takes for you to become successful. It's a powerful audio. It's not just to hype you up. It's real substance on what it takes to win in our game, all right? So it's been my pleasure to open this thing up. I want to move out the way and bring this gentleman on. You want to talk about commitment. Let me tell you something. See, you have to understand that what it really takes to become successful. And sometimes it's foreign to us what that looks like because it wasn't taught in school. We were conditioned in school to be employees and help other people become successful, build their companies, build their dreams, right? And what I found out is everything we do with our time or our money is either building our dream or building somebody else's. Well, why do I bring this up? The gentleman I'm bringing on right now, he's about to train you right now on his birthday. We could have did this training. I could have did the whole thing. We could have, had some other leaders come on and fill in for him. But this gentleman said, nope. We got work to do. We got people to serve. And he stepped aside from his birthday. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it's his daughter's birthday as well. So he's here showing exactly what it takes. Most people will be like, what, my birthday? Psh, yeah, right. I'm out, man. I'm out, right? But because of those kinds of decisions, he could be here on his birthday because he's learned how to build these businesses to create a lifestyle where every day can be like his birthday. You understand that? That's the trade-off. See, sometimes we got to sacrifice. You got to give up in order to go up, right? And, and it's just short-term pain for long-term gain. See, successful people live uncomfortable, missing some of the parties and the fun. They live uncomfortable early in life so they can live a life of comfort and luxury later in life. Everybody else lives a life of comfort. The enemy of freedom is comfort, guys. You got to identify what's making you comfortable right now. It's hard to stay motivated when the job is already paying the bills and paying the rent, the car notes. See, but are you settling is the question. Are you achieving, or are they paying you your worth and what you're really, really worth? And if you know that you deserve more, sometimes we got to sacrifice a little bit of that comfort. Turn off the TV, the social media, so we can level up to what we really deserve. And this gentleman knows exactly how to do that. He's made 7 figures in his last business in this game and looked for a way to take it to the next level and chose this platform. That's called a clue. With that said, I want to bring this gentleman on. Executive Sales Director, Mr. Gerardo Ibarra. Are you on with us?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Can you hear me well, Billy?
Loud and clear, bro. Welcome.
Man, brother, made me tear up when you were talking about those last words, man. That's really what it's all about, guys. Something that stuck with me. I'm gonna read it out to you because I wrote it down as Billy said it. The call was just starting, and when I heard that, man, could I relate to you, Billy, when you said that you're gonna be required to do things that you don't get paid for, so that eventually you get paid for the things that you no longer have to do. Guys, that line right there is really what it's all about. When he said that, and it gave me flashbacks of, late nights, 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and I'm up working on training, not for me, but for the team, right? And ain't nobody paying me for that, right? Like, that's out of me, that's out of my heart, because I understand that if I get you guys to go to that next level, if I elevate you guys, by default, we rise as well. So I definitely want to give it back to Mr. Billy D. Scott. This guy is a servant leader. This guy has perfect attendance. I've been on this company for 3 months, and there hasn't been one single day where Billy's like, hey, I can't make it, right? It's always like, hey, I'm driving, hold them off. I'm getting to a spot, I'm gonna pull over, right? And we're gonna make it happen. Sometimes he's out of his car. It doesn't matter. He doesn't make excuses. So I definitely want to give it back to Mr. Billy D. Scott for just being that servant leader. This guy, his business is generating $1.2 million in sales and sales volume every single year. All right. So you definitely want to be taking notes when Billy's on these calls. I mean, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He has a multi-million-dollar business. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the second part of the training. So I know we understand that this training is mainly for new agents, but if you've been with us for, let's say, a month, a few weeks, and you haven't had that breakthrough, you need to be on these calls, because we're going to refresh your memory. We're going to show you the income producing activities that you need to be doing so that you can have that first sale and have that first breakthrough. Guys, you're only one agent away from having that breakthrough. Okay, I want you to understand that no matter what has happened in the past month or 2 or weeks, right, your life can change once you have that first core group that joins your business. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start here, and let's start. So this is the goal, guys. Your guys is to go sales director at the minimum. Okay, if you joined last month, you haven't got the field trainer, we're going to show you right now how to get to sales director. This is one of the ranks that we really focus on, because this is when you start getting real serious about your business. Your income is going to start increasing, your paychecks are going to start looking nicer. And when that happens, you start considering going full time, which is the goal for all of us. We want to be full time, because then you can dedicate more time to this. That's going to help your business grow even more. All right. So people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. It's a quote by Earl Nightingale. Very powerful quote. Guys, if you guys could agree that if a millionaire was to come up to you and say, hey, look, I'm going to show you how to get it done. I'm going to show you the exact game plan. I'm going to show you how to do it, right? The exact same strategies that we're using, we're going to teach you. Can you agree that you're going to have a very good chance at making it? Right, because you know the game plan, you know what's the goal, you know where you're going. Okay, so what I want you guys to understand is that it's all about having clarity, guys. The reason why people fail in this industry is not because they don't have what it takes, or they just don't, or because they're lazy. It's just because they're lost. You are lost. You are confused. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to post something. You have no idea how to reach out to someone. You don't even know what you're selling, what you're offering. Are you with me? So it's all about having clarity. Once you understand what exactly is the protection plan, what is this protection plan? Number two, how do I get my first win? How do I go field trainer? How many people, how many customers, or how many agents do I need to go field trainer so I can go field trainer, right? Once you know that information, then it's just a matter about executing, right? You have a clear vision of what you got to do. Now you just got to do it, right? But the problem is that most people are in the stage where they don't even know what to do or where to start. And that's okay, because you've never done this before in your life. So you will be confused. You will be lost. But that's why you got to plug into these calls like you're on right now. So give yourself a round of applause for being here, for reals, because it takes a certain person to want to grow and go to that next level. You guys could be doing anything right now. All right. So what I mean is when you aren't clear on your goals and how to achieve them, you become vulnerable to feeling overwhelmed, lost, and confused. That's exactly what I just talked about. Clarity means that you know the plan, and it means that you know where you're going. So after tonight's call, you're going to know exactly where you're going. You're not going to be wandering the sea anymore, not knowing what to do, what to post, right? How to go about things. All right. So I know that Billy covered a lot of the launch document. And what I'm going to touch bases on is the income producing activities. And I'm going to go over what those things are in just a few seconds. So this quote by Grant Cardone, he says, without attention, you have no business. Okay, we're in the business of getting in front of people. If we don't get in front of people, we're going to make $0, period. Right? There's no way that you're going to make income if you're not reaching out to people, if you're not exposing your business. Okay, the best known beats the best product. I talked about this last week, guys. How many of you guys would agree that there's better burgers out there than McDonald's, right? There's way better burgers than McDonald's, but guess what? McDonald's is the best known, right? You're talking about the #1 restaurant franchise in the world. There's nobody even getting close to McDonald's. So what does that mean? You don't have to have the best product. Now, I don't want to say that we don't have the best protection plan, because we are the best, hands down the best. But my point here, what you want to get out of this is that we got to get known, right? We got to go out there and be seen. People need to know about us. Otherwise, no matter what you're selling, right, you can have the best burger and you're still not gonna succeed, right? You're gonna remain local in your neighborhood, and that's it. But you can be sitting on top of a recipe that can be the best in the world. Are you guys with me? So these are the income producing activities that I'm talking about. #1, marketing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Visibility. You got to be visible. Generation of leads. Okay. Likes. Working on your social media engagement, right? Because that equals credibility. And the last one, to scale, it's going to cost you. Right? I'm going to talk about that as well. What exactly I'm referring about that. So I'm gonna actually return to this slide in just a minute. So I know that Billy was talking about the 5-week cycle, guys. It's just started on Sunday, on the 19th. We're already, Sunday? We're already 3 days in. Okay, before you know it, the first week is gonna be gone, guys. So I'm asking you, right, that this week you take control of your business. Okay, don't worry about what happened last month, last cycle. This is it, guys. This is what we've been waiting for months. I've been waiting for this specific month since March, because that's the last time that we had one of these. So this is not just your ordinary month. There's only 4 months of these where they give us a 5-week cycle in the whole year. So this is when you got to take advantage, lock in, focus, and launch your business. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to launch your business. We have until June 22nd. Write it down. June 22nd is the end of the cycle. So we have more than enough time to be able to accumulate these sales, these agent sales, customer sales, and get promoted to a higher title. Okay, so this is your #1 goal, guys. Right now, what you want to be doing is you want to grab a piece of paper, right? And you want to just draw this out. Okay, I'm telling you guys, and what you're going to do is you're going to carry this piece of paper with you everywhere you go, because, I believe that we become what we think. Okay, if you carry this piece of paper with you, yes, you have 5 slots. Now, these 5 slots have to be filled up by agents or customers. It doesn't matter how many of what. You can have all agents if you want. You can have all 5 customers that you want. But what you're going to do is you're going to write down the name of the person underneath that spot once they have enrolled, whether it's a customer, whether it's an agent. It doesn't matter. Once you have your 5, right, you will complete what we call the Strive for 5, meaning that you no longer have to pay $89 a month. Your protection plan is gonna be free. Now, why is this important? Well, I came to find out that when you're in this business for a long period of time and you're having to pay for something, especially if you're struggling, if your belief system is so low to the point where you're starting to get discouraged, then you can get lost, right? You can get lost at sea. You can give up. You can throw in a towel. But when you have a free business, right? You're motivated. You have agents on your team. You have customers on your team. You're going to keep going, guys. Our goal is to keep you on the books. We want you to stay consistent. Like Billy said, it's hard to stay positive when things aren't going your way. But, you know, our goal, guys, this is our goal. Our number one goal is to have you, have your membership being paid for. We don't want you to pay. There's a program that allows you to have a free membership. Do you guys agree? So, guys, draw this out. Very simple. It's you and 5. These spots have to be filled out ASAP. Don't use the 5 weeks to take care of it. Do it in 1 week. All right, let me tell you the power of a deadline. How many of you guys can, if you can type on the chat, guys, how many of you guys, when you were in school, let's say you had a school project, okay? And it's due tomorrow and you haven't even started. What do? Right? How many of you guys have stayed up all night, right? Because you had a full 3 weeks to get it done, but you waited until the very last day to do it, right? Do you get it done? Yeah, you probably get it done. It may not be perfect, but you show up to school with your cardboard. I got the project done. I did it in 6 hours. So when you put a deadline on things, you start working with a sense of urgency, and you start doing things that you never even done before to get it done. You start pushing yourself even more. And that's what I want you guys to do. You guys got to understand the power of a deadline. It's going to make you do things that you've never done. It's going to make you reach out to people that you were intimidated by. People are like, oh, that guy's too successful. He doesn't want to listen to me. Bam. Those are the guys that end up joining you. Right? So put a date on it. Put a date on it by Friday. This Friday, you got to get it done, guys. If you're thinking right now in your head, bro, he's crazy. By Friday, I can never. Guys, put it to Friday. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because, and the only reason why I say Friday and not 2 days from now is because Friday is when people get paid. And that's when they have money. I don't really buy into that because we find money for what we want. If somebody was to tell you, look, I'm going to give you a brand new BMW. I need $1,000 by midnight. Guess what? You're going to go find those $1,000 somewhere. I guarantee it. Right? So, that's why when people tell me, oh, I'm going to wait till, I don't buy into that. When you really want something, you'll find the money. But, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Guys, right Friday, strive for 5, get it done, push yourself, sacrifice, stay up till 3 in the morning for a few days. Trust me, you're not gonna die. You're gonna be all right, okay? I did it before. I'm not asking you it's gonna be like this forever. It's gonna be like this for a few weeks. Get promoted, and then you go back to your 6-7 hours of sleep. All right, that's all it is, guys. But you gotta sacrifice. That's the only way you're gonna get it done. Okay, so if you're brand new, you want to take a picture of this. I'm gonna go over this really quick. So we have the customer plans, and then we have the agent plan. So I'll give you a few seconds to write that down, and then I'll go over those really quick. Appreciate the birthday wishes, guys. Really kind of you guys. So really simple, guys. The protection plan that we have. There's 3 different prices. The customer is going to receive the exact same thing, right? If they pay the $188, which is the first price, it's going to take the length of the process is going to be the same. They're not going to have better customer service. Everybody gets the exact same thing. The only thing that changes here is how much do you want to make for this sale? How much do you want to take home? All right, so everybody pays $89 a month, right? The only thing that changes here is the one-time fee. So if you go with the first plan, it's $188 one time. 30 days after, it's $89 a month. What you take home is $100 in direct commission the following Thursday. Okay, check, direct deposit, whatever you want. The second price, you can play around with these prices, guys. Let's say that you have someone on the fence, you're on the phone with them, and they say, oh, I just got to think about it. Well, you tell them, look, give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk with my upline, see if we can get you a discount. Right? You put your phone on mute. You don't really talk to no one. You come back and say, hey, look, I got the price down to $138, $89 a month. You want to do it? If they tell you again, oh, you know what? I got to think about it. You do it again. put them on hold for 30 seconds. All right, this is the last price, $89 a month. I'm taking off $100, but you got to sign up today before midnight, right? More than likely, $100 off. People are going to be very, very encouraged by that, right? They will find the money in most cases. So the only thing that you want to keep in mind, guys, is that when you give somebody a discount, your commission also goes down. But what you want to know is that you still have the same volume. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. So these are the 3 different prices for customers. Okay, I'm not talking about agents. I'm talking about customers. These are people who want to fix their credit, who want to have our protection plan to enjoy the other services as well. Okay, so these are the commissions: $100 for the first one, $50 for the 138, and then you get $12 every single month that they make their $89 payment. All right, for agents, people like us who are on this call, $288 one time, $89 a month. When you have the 5 people, whether customers, agents, and your team, you become free. This is the goal. Okay, this is the goal. All right, so group volume, guys. For every new agent that joins your team, it's you get 400 in group volume. For every customer, you get 200 in group volume. So write this down, guys. I'm gonna refer to this in a few seconds. This is basic information, but it's needed. So the way you want to look at it, guys, is I'm gonna put you in very simple words. For every title, right? There's 12 different titles. You're gonna need a certain amount of group volume. Okay? The higher title, the higher the group volume you want. Now, what you want to keep in mind, guys, is that this group volume is going to count whatever you do, whatever I do, and whatever your team does. That's why it's important to not just sign somebody up and then leave them out to dry. There's no point in that, because if you can train that person to get going, to get promoted, that's going to start accumulating. Their volume is going to go up, which is part of your volume. You get what I'm saying? So let's say that, I'm an agent, I join. Let's say that I go out there and I have 10 agents who join me. So just do the math. 10 agents times 400, that's 4,000 in volume, right? Just because of me. Now, let's say that I have a friend, let's say his name is Noah, right? This guy comes in, he goes out and he gets 10 agents, right? So 10 agents times 400, that's now 4,000 in volume. So now you add my volume and his volume, we're sitting at 8,000 in volume. All right, so just know that whatever you do personally and what your team does is gonna be the result of the total volume. So this is your first win. This is what we want for you guys by the end of this week. So the first title is the field trainer position. Okay, so if right now you're on this call and you're not a field trainer, pay very close attention to what I'm about to show you, because these are going to be the requirements to get your first win. All right, so I'm going to read them out to you. You need 2 personally sponsored active agents. Okay, and then the last one, you need 1,600 in monthly group volume. Okay, so this is you in the gold right here. The first one, if you just enrolled from Sunday on forward, okay, in this new cycle, you're gonna start off automatically with 400 in group volume. So the company is gonna give you 400, right, for yourself. So I'm already at 400, for example. Now, when you go out there, you have your first 2 agents join you. I showed you here that for every agent, you're gonna get 400. So if you do the math now, I signed up, let's say on Sunday, that's already 400. Plus 2 more agents, I'm at 1,200 now. So now you got to think to yourself, okay, Gerardo said that in order to become a field trainer, I need 1,600 in monthly group volume. So if I'm at 1,200 now, how much more volume do I need? Right, 1,600 minus 1,200, you're short 400. So how can you do that? Well, here are a few options. You can go out there and get 1 more agent. You can go out there and get 2 more customers, right? Customer 200, or you can have one of those guys in the white. So you want to train them, get them a 3-way call with some of their prospects, and help them close an agent. right? If your team does, any kind of sales, customers, or they refer an agent, that's volume for you. That you're gonna get to 1,600 even much faster. Are you guys with me? So again, you want to write this down: 1,600 monthly group volume for a field trainer. You need to sponsor at least 2 agents. These are people that are gonna come in through your personal link. Okay. Customers 200 GB, agents 400 GB. So these are the titles, guys, that I was talking about. I only went I went as far as the vice president level because that's where Billy's at. So I want to just kind of show you guys visually, the kind of commissions that these agents are taking home. So very, very powerful stuff, guys. I've never seen anything like this ever. This is ridiculous, the amount of money you can make. So the reason why you want to get promoted is because you're gonna start getting paid more for every agent that you bring into the business. Does that make sense? So I'm going to give you here a visual illustration of what I'm talking about. So when you just sign up, everybody comes in at the agent level. Okay, everybody's an agent. We all got to start from the bottom. So anytime that you have an agent, okay, now we're talking about agents. We're not talking about customers no more. Anytime that, let's say that, I just signed up, I'm an agent, and I have Billy join my team. So Billy's gonna be like, Gerardo, I'm gonna sign up as an agent. I'm gonna pay on your website. Here's the card. I'm gonna pay FBS 288. So what the company is gonna do is they're gonna pay me what they call the initial. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that you guys understand this before you leave on today's call. The initial is what you get paid for as soon as the agent signs up, right? We get paid the following week on Thursday. So I'm like, okay, well, $40, it's a start. I gotta start somewhere. Now I ask, how do I get the remaining, right? Gerardo, how do I get the $60? Because I want those $60. It's a total, it's gonna add up to 100. Now, the way that you get the $60 is that I gotta get 2 customers. Okay, so I'll put it to you this way. You refer a friend, he's an agent, you gotta help that friend get 2 customers, or you gotta train them to go out there and get 2 customers. Because when that happens, they release what we call the remaining. $60 at the agent level. So that's $100 in total. All right, guys. So this is your goal. Whenever you get an agent to join your team, your goal should be to encourage them, train them to get their 2 customers. And most of the time, guys, it's within our household. It's within our family members. Like, don't feel bad going to your uncle and saying, hey, uncle, look, I just started a business. We're with FBS, we offer services that help with credit. Right? Do you need any help with your credit? Because I would love to have you as a testimony, right? Will you be willing to do that? It's $89 a month, okay? But don't feel bad, guys, if you're going to your family. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that because you're doing them a favor. Imagine if their credit score goes up by 100 points. They're going to be your best testimonial. You're going to tell your uncle, look, uncle, make me a video, say my name. And your uncle's going to be like, hey, Gerardo, I want to give thanks to Gerardo. He referred me to United Credit Financial Services. They were able to improve my credit by 100 points. Now you have content. Now you have marketing materials that you can use in your business where it's going to give you credibility, right? So don't be afraid to go out and get your first 2 customers through your own household, your family members, your uncle, grandma, right? Your cousins, brothers. I guarantee you somebody needs the help, right? So again, guys, an agent, anytime that you get an agent, you're gonna get paid the initial. Anytime that that agent that you just got in gets 2 customers, you're gonna get the remaining. So let me just give you an example. We're gonna use Mr. Billy D. Scott here, vice president. So right now, Billy's at the initial 175. So anytime that Billy goes out, he's prospecting. He has somebody join his team. He gets paid 175 right out the bat. Okay. Now Billy's gonna say, well, I want those 325. Right, 325 sounds really good to me. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna make sure that he trains that new agent that just got on board to get their first 2 customers. Now these cannot be agent, guys. Let me clarify that. 2 agents is not what we're looking. They have to be customers, right? That are just have the protection plan only, right? That's gonna be a total of $500, guys, when that happens. That's life-changing income, guys. That's where you want to be. That's where you really want to be. So we're looking at the I put different titles now. So this is the goal that I circled. If you're not a field trainer right now, you should be striving for the sales director position. 5 full weeks is more than enough time. You're gonna need 10,000 in group volume as a team. Okay, remember, every agent is 400, every customer is 200. You need 10,000 in total, but it doesn't have to be all you. This has to be a team effort, right? You want to train your team to get going. You want your team to get promoted so that you can get closer to that 10K mark. Does it make sense? So this is what you do, guys. Once you hit field trainer, get back with your upline, get back with your sales director. Ask, hey, who's the sales director that's on top of me? Because you want them to guide you through these requirements. I'm not going to go over these leg requirements. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but they're going to be able to walk you through, okay, look, you're at field trainer now. We're going to start working towards senior field trainer. They're going to be able to break down the exact requirements that are going to be needed. All right, guys. So that's the part. That is the part of, the actual requirements. Now I'm going to go back to this list. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about marketing, visibility, generation of leads. So here's the deal, guys. And I'm gonna be raw with you guys tonight because I want you guys to know the truth. Not everybody's willing to tell you this information, but I believe in transparency. I believe in showing you guys what's it gonna take. Like Billy said, it's gonna take for you to do things that you're not gonna be getting paid for in the beginning. Things that are gonna help you go to that next level. But when it comes to online marketing, guys, it's all about your profile. It's all perception here. Okay, that's all it is, guys. It's all it is. Perception. You want to know that your prospect is looking at you and is asking themselves, can this guy or girl lead me to victory? Can they help me? And if you're someone, guys, who's been working all your life and you don't really pay attention to the things that you're posting, they're going to start judging you as, an average person, right, who has nothing that they want, right? When it comes to online marketing, guys, it's all about attraction marketing. That's what it's called. Why do you think these huge pages, lavish pages where they post the nice cars and travel pictures? Why do you think they have millions of followers? It's because they have what people want. It's the type of content that they're posting. But someone who has no type of attraction marketing content, then they're not going to get eyeballs. They're not going to have followers. So this is what I'm asking you guys. If it requires you to go offline, you got to go offline, right? Because this is what happens. If you wait until your page is what I consider, you got good engagement, you're getting 20, 30, 40, 50 likes per post. If you wait until that happens, that can take 4 months. That can take 3 months. And if you get discouraged before you get to that point, then you're going to give up. You're going to think that because Facebook is not giving you sales, that the business doesn't work, right? And that's not true. The truth is that you haven't been on online for enough time to be able to build it up, because you can come to my page and say, wow, Gerard looks really nice. You have 25,000 followers, but yeah, you don't know that I've been doing this for 6 years. So it's been accumulating after a while, right? So this is what you guys got to do. You guys got to build a list, and I'm going to show you my list because I'm a type of person that, I want to lead by example. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I'm not even doing myself. I had a talk with one of my agents yesterday, and I said, he was asking for a little bit of help, and I said, do you have a list? And he said, to be honest, bro, no, I don't have a list. And I said, bro, you have a lot of friends. You have almost 5,000 friends on Facebook. And he's like, I know. So I said, we got to get that list. And, this list, guys, it goes on and on and on. Now, most of these people I've never met before, right? Just a handful I know in real person, in real life. So what you want to do, guys, is whatever amount you may have, there's no right or wrong number. If you have 400, 500, that's okay. You got to start with what you have. You got to use what you have. Let me share my screen again. I stopped sharing. Give me a second. So if you have 400, 500, it doesn't matter, but you got to build a list, guys, and you got to stay busy. Right now, guys, I feel like I don't have enough time in the day. That's how I feel. I feel like man, it's already 7, 8. Like, wow, I didn't even do much. I only contacted 10 out of this list. But you see, most of us, this is what we do. This is what we do. And it's logical because we're visual learners. We make a post here who needs to improve their credit score, and then we click post, and then we're sitting around waiting like, okay, man, anytime, somebody's gonna hit me up. You get one message. You're not gonna build a six-figure income with one message. So why is that happening? Well, because you have no credibility. People don't believe in you, right? You haven't made a name for yourself, so you're gonna have to go to them. And I know it sucks, but once you become successful and you could become a success story, then people are gonna come to you. That's how it works. So guys, you gotta build a list. I talk about this toolkit. If you've been on this training before, you know what I'm talking about. But you go on Chrome. Okay, this is gonna be recorded, by the way. So I'm gonna go through this fast because I know it's already 9. But go on Chrome, look up the toolkit for Facebook. Give credit to Tony Solis for this. He's the one who taught me this. And then go down to the bottom where it says unfriend all active Facebook friends. So this is gonna put them on a list for you, organized. And your job, guys, tonight, and don't leave this for tomorrow, guys. You gotta start now because time is ticking. We have about it's not even 5 weeks anymore. It's about 4 weeks and like 4 or 5 days. And you got to get started, guys. You got to get your list. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to work tomorrow. All right. So you scroll down all the way to the bottom. You check your inventory. How many people do I have here? Well, 3,032. Okay. You start taking down names, right? Don't disqualify anybody, right? Don't disqualify anybody. And then what you got to do, guys, is you got to go after them. But hold a real conversation. Don't hit them up like, hey, bro, I just started a credit repair business. You want to join? You want some info? Guys, people are tired of being sold. People are not going to, you know how many messages I get every day? Hey, Gerardo, I see that you're successful. You want to check this out? I think you can kill it, bro. And I'm like, of course I can kill it because it's just who I am now. Anything that I touch turns to gold because of the skill set that you develop, right? But the reason why I say that, guys, is because people are used to being sold to, but nobody wants to buy. So what you gotta do is you gotta go after them and say, hey man, I see that you live in Houston too. Cool. What school did you went to? Oh, all right, nice, man. I went over here. Okay, wow, I see you have a daughter. Wow, I'm a father too, man. How's that going? Oh, it's going well. Cool. Where do you work? Nice. How long you been there? Nice. Okay. And then most likely they're asking, what about you? Oh, I have my own business. And then you got to break the ice, and then you bring the presentation, right? That's how it is. That's how it is, guys. So remember, don't be so anxious to vomit over people. Don't be so anxious that you just can't control yourself. You just want to, you want to vomit all over them. They're gonna be overwhelmed, but like, whoa, what's going on here? I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't sign up for this. All right, guys. So that's how you do it. And as this what I showed you here, guys. You do the same on Instagram. You do the same on Snapchat. You do the same on your contacts. You still do the same just by thinking of the people that you know. You got to expose the business. Like Billy said, you got to have minimum of 100 names. Now me, I have at least 500 names because I want to overachieve. Right? I'm not just trying to get by. I'm trying to make it happen. Right? So that's what you guys got to do. That's my time. Billy, I'm going to pass it back to you, bro. Appreciate the time on this call. Appreciate you guys being on the call as well. I hope you guys learned a lot. And we'll be seeing each other tomorrow, Wednesday at 9 p.m. EST. We have our call. And then Thursday, we're going to have our training. More details about that coming by. But Billy, appreciate your information as well. That first line that you opened with, bro, was powerful. I saved it, man. It's something that I could really relate to. And appreciate everything again, brother.
Thank you, man. Powerful training, great content, great slides, man. And you did this on your birthday, bro. Appreciate you in a big way. Glad everybody that was able to make it on made it. This was recorded. We'll post it up shortly. And we actually just had an agent sign up in Texas, man. I'm gonna be spending some time in Texas soon. Congratulations to my cousin Rick, who's on right now. Just got his first agent. So my cousin Rick, who just signed up this morning, just got it in Florida, just got his first agent in Dallas today. So definitely going to be working to help him get field trainer this week. So guys, hopefully you got the notes. The most important thing you can do is take action. Do not let confusion kick in, right? Overthinking and all of that. The parts you do understand, like making a list, right? And the launch process, just start taking action. It'll become more and more clear as you go. And of course, if there's important things that you do need clarity on, of course, reach out to your support team. And so let's crush it tonight. We'll see you guys on the webinar tomorrow night. And our actual training is every Thursday. I call it VP University, right? So that's going to be this Thursday, same time. All of our online events are 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, same link every time. You guys have a good rest of the night. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.